Why would a seller want to hold financing for you? Make sure to stay to the end to find out. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the 3 top reasons why a seller would hold financing for you, the buyer. If you're new to the channel, my wife Mel and I have purchased 240 units in 5 different countries: US, Canada, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Dominican Republic, and seller financing has been a key to our success. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified because we release a video every single week. All right, let's dive in. Seller financing. I want to describe a couple of different things here. Seller financing has so many different names. So for example, what I see in the US, a lot of them will call it seller financing, owner financing, or carryback. Another common term is holding a note. These are all basically meaning seller financing. In Canada, I'll see the same: seller financing, owner financing, and then something a little different, vendor take-back, or VTB. Reason number 1 is going to be succession planning and purchase price. So what I mean by purchase price is they are more likely to actually get their purchase price, their asking price, if they're willing to hold financing for the buyer. Now, succession planning is because you get to decide when you sell it, to who you sell it, and in which year you want to take the tax burden. This can truly help you in your succession planning. Okay, so purchase price. You might be thinking, Dave, I'm investing in a hot market and purchase price doesn't even matter. Well, some sellers are selling assets in secondary markets or tertiary markets where they might not necessarily be able to get that asking price that they want. Or think about this, there might be other factors why they can't get their full asking price, such as maybe the rents are below market value. And then also there might be some deferred maintenance that they either don't want to do or cannot do because it's occupied at the moment. So these are reasons that sellers cannot always get the price that they want because the rents aren't high enough, or there's renovations to be done that they either don't want to do or can't do at the current time. So succession planning and purchase price is a huge determining factor when someone is considering doing seller financing. Number 2, tax deferral. This is a huge reason why sellers will hold financing for you. This was a huge reason why Mel and I are doing it as well. So the basic concept is when you don't receive money from the sale, you don't have to pay taxes on it. So when a seller holds a portion of the proceeds of the sale as a mortgage for you, because they didn't actually receive the money, they don't get taxed on it. So for example, let's say there's an asset for $500,000 and they decide to hold 20% financing for you. So easy math, that would be $100,000, right? So because they're holding back that $100,000 in the form of seller financing, a mortgage for you, they won't pay tax on that $100,000 because they didn't get the money. Now the tax deferral part is you can spread that up to 5 years. So for example, year number 1, you sell the asset, which means on this easy number, on $100,000, you can spread that up to 5 years. So that would be $20,000 every single year up to 5 years, instead of having to pay tax on that $100,000 in the first year. So I think you're starting to see why this is attractive, right? And this is why Mel and I have sold properties using this method as well, because if I'm selling a couple of properties in the same year, I don't want to take that tax hit all in the same year. I want to spread it up to 5 years and pay less tax every year, which helps me overall as an investor. Number 3, passive investment. Okay, I have assets in 5 different countries and they are passive investments. However, I still need to manage the managers. With the 4 mortgages that I'm currently holding right now, I don't hear about anything to do with the building, the tenants, nothing, because it is passive. It is a mortgage. Nothing gets more passive than a mortgage, okay? So this is the exact reason why sellers are willing to hold financing for you. Again, obviously number 1 and 2 are very important, but number 3, they get checks in the mail. They get interest on their money while they got the purchase price that they wanted, while they're helping themselves with the tax deferral, okay? So the interest that they make is just a cherry on top. It is a passive investment, which makes it such a sweet deal when seller financing is involved. They would actually be making money on that for the full period, right? This is very attractive to real estate investors. So hopefully you see how you can make it a true win-win strategy on seller financing. And I hope you use this strategy in your next deal. So thank you for staying right till the end. If you like this type of show, make sure to stay for the next one. I'm Dave and I'll see you there.